Hi, my name's Krishna. I'm from American High, and this is my phone-controlled robot arm. So now instead of using slider buttons, which send text arrays to the Arduino continuously, am using an app that has two up and down buttons for each servo movement. So it's more secure and it helps the robot move a lot more smoothly, as you can see here. That's the waist, shoulder, elbow, and wrist pitch. So basically, I said that instead of using slider buttons, I'm using two up and down buttons. So in the old app, slider buttons basically meant that I had to drag my thumb across the slider button, and that would send a text array to the Arduino every time I did that. The problem with that is, with the slider button, each time I drag my thumb, every position would be registered, and that would constantly send a text array to the Arduino. Now, text arrays are already much bigger since there are multiple stuff that the Arduino has to read. But alongside the slider button, that basically meant that Arduino couldn't catch up and read everything, which meant that most of my movements were lagged and like very random. And it would go through the minimum and the maximum in one movement, depending on the speed of the finger. But with two up and down buttons, it's more fixed. So basically it sends a 1 byte number, like let's say this would be 1, and it would send that to the Arduino. And inside the Arduino code, it would basically have it would have an integer m that would store that value, and based on that, in a bunch of while loops, it will match that number to a specific servo movement. So basically, instead of doing a lot of the processing inside the app, that would slow down the signal it's sent to the Bluetooth module. It moves a lot of that back to the Arduino code. A few challenges I faced with this project were definitely trying to make the movement smoother, because I didn't really have a big concrete idea on how to do that. So I mostly had to troubleshoot and test out a bunch of stuff. And then, yeah, I ended up with this and this solution based on a number of ideas tried out. And another big challenge was calibrating the servos properly, because I had to disassemble the entire robot. I thought that I calibrated the servos. I would basically manually turn it with the parts still on it, and then upload the code, which meant it just went back to its initial position of 0 degrees. I had to disassemble everything, take out the servos, upload the code, then put it back on. And now it's running smoothly. So next for this project, I just have to take it to demo night. But as for the project itself, I definitely want to make it smaller and like maybe stack the elements like the Arduino under here somehow. And definitely I want the app to be more streamlined and like have a better design. Like I could use the diagram and drag it to like control the robot instead.